I was confused when I was it. So confusion is good to me. Confusion is good to me. So because that let me know something is out of order, and now it's up to me to go with it or like no. You know, it depends on what it is.
Okay.
The universe is crazy. My mother is nice to me.
This is part 2 of the podcast. We was gonna go ahead and go on and do a part 2. So we're discussing something right now, to the degree of what happened with Kevin Hart. A lot of people,
I don't know.
You know, kind of do this thing where they take a controversy and they make it such a big deal, or they make it such a butthurt issue that they drag it on, and it could be long after the offense has already happened, because once it's already out there, then it's out there. So
guess what?
Apparently, what happened is, and the story goes, that Kevin Hart had made some comments on Twitter, basically some jokes about the LGBT community, and because this community was offended, and because Ellen basically is over the Oscars, Kevin Hart was asked to step down from hosting the Oscars. So he went as far as, going through all the necessary channels to apologize, though I feel like he shouldn't have, because once you say what you say, you can't really take it back. It's already out there. But
you shouldn't want to take it back.
He went as far as to apologize.
I meant what I said
to the LGBT community through different outlets, right? Even as far as going through his podcast.
They don't want me to ask why today.
Definitely shout out to Kevin Hart just for being at the point where he had kind of got frustrated. And
he seen where he had to just say, okay, fuck it. Look, man, I apologize. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah, you gotta watch the language though, kid.
Excuse that language.
Right.
But that's
but here's the thing though. The funny thing about it is that he was like, you know what? People still want to give this thing energy. I'm not gonna do it. And why? Is because at the end of the day, it's just not good. Okay? Yeah. I've moved forward. I've done way past that.
I realized that for them to live and breathe every day, they need that energy. So I'm not gonna give it to them because it's unnecessary for me. For what's the benefit in me to talk about something that I did, and I hope I'm forgiven for it, or whatever I did, or I meant what it depends on what you do. But don't apologize for if you mean something. If
you say it, you mean it. But we gotta understand that Kevin Hart is a comedian,
and understand his life, understand
and all
kind
of different things. And anybody who gets offended by it, knowing that this man is just cracking jokes, well, then there's something wrong with them. So I'm thinking that
what's to get offended?
That may have been offensive to the LGBT community, what I just said. And though it's not to be offensive, it's really just to say that, hey, man,
why are they offended? Because it's the truth.
People crack jokes about all kinds of stuff every day, all day. And if somebody says something that you don't like, then obviously you shouldn't be in the forum to listen to it, right?
Yeah, obviously that you needed to hear it. It's true.
Because a lot of people don't want to hear that.
Why don't you like it?
Because as funny as
what
it
they want to hear,
there may be some truth. Nobody wants to hear the truth.
There you go.
Even us being who we are, we don't always want to hear the truth.
I tell myself the truth.
But there's that self-check thing again.
That's
you
the
get
truth
what I'm saying?
part.
But okay, so
that's all it is.
In this Good Morning America interview with Michael Strahan, they're supposed to be talking about the movie The Upside that he's in, right? And Michael Strahan goes into this other conversation about this controversy surrounding him getting kicked off the Oscars or whatever.
Yeah.
And so Kevin Hart says, well, he started asking Kevin Hart all these questions.
These off the wall questions.
Just questions that relate to the questions surrounding that controversy. He was trying to get him to answer it, and he was trying to hook him with questions that'll make him answer it and say something that would further damage the situation, even though it had already been rectified with him apologizing numerous times.
He had a big smile on his face.
Right. So he was like, you know what, man? I'm over it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I'm over it.
I'm not gonna give you what you want this time.
I've apologized this way. I've apologized this way. I've apologized this way. Millions of people heard me do it, saw me do it. I'm over it. Find something else to talk about. You feel what I'm saying? That's how he was doing them.
Rightfully
so Michael Strahan, right, in his not catching it or his I got to do my job or whatever reason he was doing
out of it.
What he did is he then
kept
going, trying to hook him.
Yep.
Even further to talk about it. And he was like, hey, bruh,
really? Please stop.
I don't want to talk about this. Please. But I feel you, player. I feel you.
There you
go. You got to do your job. But it's safe to say, he say, listen, he say, I get it, okay? So it's safe to say that you're not a monster, correct? Right? you're a pretty good, decent dude, blah, 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 right? But
that we told him?
And I'm paraphrasing, but he say,
okay.
in your life, you're going to say and do things that people or everybody's not going to like.
Yeah.
You can't please everybody.
I'm not, there you go.
So in not being able to please everybody, though you have to be careful what you say and do, you still ain't going to be able to please everybody no matter what.
So where does that go to?
You have to be able to have the energy to say, I'm going to leave that alone because I've already rectified it or I've done my best to, well, not necessarily please yourself. Well, it's more about doing what's pleasing to God. And then that's pleasing to yourself. Because if you can say, hey.
Yeah, you passed that.
To me, doing what's pleasing to me is doing what's pleasing to God. So if I'm going to not be bothered by what people's energy is, then really is Kevin Hart in the wrong for saying, hey, man, I don't want to deal with
myself
you. Michael Strahan,
you
know me personally, bro. So the fact that you're even sitting here and asking me these questions, it makes me feel like you don't even understand where I'm coming from.
You don't even value know me. You don't love me or care about me or understand me.
So then it goes back to people pleasing. When you're in
that, I am going to cut you off. So our next topic maybe can be about the perfect thing. Who are you being perfect for?
Hey, that makes a lot of sense.
That's what I'm trying to tell people. So, and I understand that I already see an answer already, but some people may not get it. So I can't bully you on that. I have to understand that you don't get it and help you understand it.
But we're gonna be dealing with
knowledge.
But we're gonna be dealing with unseen forces that are gonna be constantly trying to bait you in to the situations that you're over or that you've moved past. But they'll use that as a thing to always say you're the bad guy. Well, mind you, look at this dude.
We have knowledge on that.
Look what happened to Trayvon Martin. No matter what, George Zimmerman killed this boy in cold blood.
Yeah,
no matter what, though, they'll look at him as a little nigga with a hood on. That's it. That's all. And that's messed up because whether he was in the wrong or the right, was he really wrong for losing his life?
Was looking at him like a little nigga with just a little nigga.
This is how society looks at black people. And I don't want to make it just about black people, but that's how they look at people in a whole.
Because example was about Trayvon.
Because it was about Trayvon Martin. But the thing is that we have to get to a point, we have to self-check. We don't know where the little boy was. We don't know where George Zimmerman was in that situation.
We don't even know nothing.
But let's go
what they told us.
Let's stick to the subject. Kevin Hart, we don't know where he was when he was cracking these jokes other than, hey, I'm a comedian, this is what I do, whether I'm on stage, on TV, on a computer, clickety-clack, I crack jokes. Who's supposed to be mad at that?
Exactly.
Because somebody got mad at it, though he didn't want to apologize, he did. And even though he apologized, they still was like, oh, you hurt my feelings. Yeah, you shouldn't have hurt the community. The community, not a gangbanging on Kevin Hart. You feel me?
Do that. Well, I just want to ask, can I ask this? What did he say? I don't look it up on my phone. What did he say?
He took the comments, he took the jokes down because it really was just lighthearted humor. But of course, again, when you're in any position where you talk publicly, I don't know because I didn't read the comments.
Did he say it in a comedian
He took them
way?
down. I don't know. We weren't there.
He
took the comments down. He took it down. You feel what I'm saying?
I know we weren't there, but I can ask that. I want to see why they got offended. Let me know that. Furthermore, how diabolically wicked and demonistic these people are.
For real. Hey, y'all, this the Elephant in the Room podcast. We still going hard, going strong. This your boy, Black Dude McConaughey, and I'm here with Dirty Dozens.
Don't get offended, guys.
Please don't get offended. You feel me? We just talking and chopping it up. Yeah. We having real grown folk conversation, and we pray that y'all tune into the podcast. We keeping it real saucy. But shout out to everybody who stand for what they believe in. And I'm not saying the wrong thing. I'm talking about the right things. Because a lot of the times we stand for the wrong things and it don't look good on us. So shout out to everybody who stand for the right things. You feel what I'm saying?
It's gonna show.
And, we just gonna kill the podcast on that note. Peace and love and blessings to everybody. Keep growing, keep living, stay girded up, stay prayed up. It's your boy Black Dude McConaughey. I'm here with Dirty Dozens, man. We rocking this the Elephant in the Room podcast. Bless up.
Get up.